Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure today again to be doing this thing with you together. Um, this is DECAP Disability Talk, a platform that talks about issues affecting persons with disability, particularly in Liberia. And I'm your host, your usual host, Madam Helena Winnie. As usual, I'm here with CTV Africa, our partner. And I'm happy today to welcome you to this conversation that brought us on our vulnerable community. So again, I say you are welcome. And please share our page. Share our page so that we can get more views on things that are discussed here and how we can all contribute to making the lives of persons with disability more improved and better. So again, today we are going to be discussing a very important topic, and it's poverty and hunger. A call to ensure financial services for vulnerable disabled groups in Liberia. Again, we're going to be talking about poverty and hunger. A call to ensure financial services for vulnerable disabled groups in Liberia. And again, I want to encourage you, please share our page. This is about those that are in need, those that society have turned into something else. And we need to share this group so that things that are discussed here can go to a larger group, and then there can be changes in the lifestyle of persons with disability, particularly in Liberia. So, as we all know, Liberia is a signatory to a lot of the UN protocols and conventions. And again, those conventions and protocols got their own goals and targets. Liberia as a nation have signed onto the CRPD Convention, which is the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability. But the issue here is achieving the target for persons with disability in Liberia remains an uphill battle full of obstacles. The thing here is not about whether there are plans, but it's about the implementation of those plans. You can go on books pertaining to this topic, and then you'll find out that there are a lot of good plans when it comes to improving the life of persons with disability. But the pathway is full of obstacles. And with that, we've noticed over time that because of that, the life of persons with disability continues to, remain the way we see it. Some of them are literally, they have literally turned themselves into street beggars just to survive. Some of them are into all sorts of lifestyle just to survive, while others are doing pretty well. But let's see some of the statistics that that comes out of what is happening to persons with disability. According to the CEDA report, 99% of persons with disabilities in their households have extreme poverty and hunger issues affecting them. Persons with disability are more likely to live in poverty and hunger. Comparing the poverty gap between persons with disability and persons that do not have disability, it's just not comparable. Persons with disability, for example, face physical, social, economic, and environmental barriers, which leads to poverty and hunger. For example, the lack of access to financial empowerment, discrimination, etc. You know, it actually saddening to see us, treading a path that makes the people to be like they are lesser than human beings in our society. They live as they are not part of the Liberian society. If you want to look for the poorest among the poor in Liberia, it's the disabled people. And what is responsible for that? There are several factors, of course. But among those factors is lack of empowerment for that community. You may say, okay, Liberia have done ABCD, they got the National Commission on Disability established, they got, ABCD happening. But are those institutions established actually affecting the life of those people? Particularly the ones that are way down the belt. Don't we see them in the streets depending on and out just to survive? When we are in our vehicles, we are going to work or we are going different places. Don't we see them in their numbers? For me, it's like every time I see them, I will ask myself just one question. Knowing that disability can happen to anybody, anytime, I ask myself this question: what if I'm disabled? Should I be like the way they are in the streets? I don't know. And if somebody should ask me, I will tell them no. Looking at yourself as a human and living way below the human standard is something that should claim everybody's attention. Yes, Liberia is a signatory to a lot of the conventions that promotes the well-being of persons with disability. But with all of these conventions that we are signing to, are they actually affecting the life of those people? Do we have privileges and opportunities for persons with disability in our culture? Or the culture itself has started discriminating against them to the point that they are living as invisible beings in their own country. No other country, but in their own country. Living as invisible beings. The first thing is, in our culture, you will hardly see a disabled man, whether educated or not, to have a job. It's highly seen. We got a lot of educated disabled people, but who really take note of them? Who really take note of them? Okay, the last time I was like trying to do some research, and then I got some understanding that there is tax waiver to organizations that will, employ disabled people. But even the government that is giving out this tax waiver, how many disabled people do you have in the government? In the decision-making decision-making body of the government, how many disabled people do you have there? How many persons? You want organizations to employ disabled people, and then you waive taxes. But how many of them do you have as employees in the government sector? Isn't it just a matter of just signing these documents to say, okay, Liberia has signed onto this and Liberia has signed onto that? Is that just it? You know, some people have this view that to serve God is easy, while others have the view that to serve God is actually hard. And then the Bible says, do unto others as you wish them to do to you. Disability can affect anybody anytime. We've heard and we know some of the people that were once, sighted people in our society, and then later on they became disabled. Why that was not something that anybody, was praying for, it happened. But at the time they were sighted people. They didn't really take into consideration that tomorrow this thing will happen to me, so I must be able to, set up policies that affect this community of people. No. So it happens, they saw themselves, losing sight, and then things started happening to them. They became totally incapacitated. But Liberia have signed to improve in the lives of these people. Are we taking into consideration the targets and the timeline attached to those targets when it comes to improving the lives of disabled people? Or are we noted for writing good speeches when we attend those conferences? When we attend the CRPD conference, the report that Liberia sent, is it something that is real? Don't we see what is happening in other countries? And still yet the people are doing stuff to be able to improve the life of those people on a daily basis. We see people with disability in the streets. They're not hiding anywhere. They're in the center of the street. When you're going to the executive mansion, you're going to the heart of the city of Monrovia, you see them right at Famoma. You see them right at Famoma. Sometimes we even see them with the children they call sighted aids. Don't it claim our attention that those children are Liberian children, and the fact that they are in our streets with their parents is taking away a lot of things from Liberia? It's a form of discrimination anyway. Because it means that, we have said to ourselves that these children will not be educated. So we made that decision already, so they are in the street and nobody cares. Child rights. Child right this, child right that. But the children are in the streets. Right now, schools are in section. Go to Famoma and see what's happening there. Go to Red Light and see what's happening there. Go across the bridge and see what's happening there. Go around the Monserrado belt Even in the rural counties, the rural cities, go there and see what's happening there. Why are we acting the way we are acting towards these people? It said that we think that they are being punished for things that they do against God. So God has rewarded their evil for the kind of condition that they have. I can tell you this, that even in the old days, during the Bible days, there were also blind people. Yes, there were also blind people. So it doesn't mean that somebody have committed sin and then this person is punished for their sin. So we're almost losing time, but this topic we will continue to talk about it over and over, because the essence of these things is to unearth the condition of the people we call people with disability in our culture, unearth their struggles, unearth their situations, and then we all see how we can make the necessary changes. So this is just an introduction. Hopefully next week, Wednesday, again, we'll be here talking about this. So before we close on this, we want to make a call to you in particular. Let us just leave the government thing aside. We are each other's keeper. And that's how the society will progress. If we are guarding against, unfavorable lifestyle in the society or in the community, then the society becomes a better place. So, one of the things that we need to give consideration to when we talk about improving the life of these people is empowerment. Giving them financial empowerment. Giving them social empowerment. Helping them to build their capacity. When we build the capacity of persons with disability, they can take care of their children. They can take care of themselves. They will not be found in the streets begging. We can build their capacity, it's possible. If it can happen in other countries around us, it can happen here in Liberia. Those of us that have gone to other countries, have we seen, the number of disabled people we have in the streets here? Do we have those kind of people in the streets in other countries? Begging have trying to be something that we say, okay, that's how they should survive. Hopefully this week, Destined Kids will be having their first meeting with 50 disabled women that are involved with the Village Savings Program. And the Village Savings Program actually is to help disabled women access funding opportunity among themselves. Help them become investors among themselves. Whatever little that they have, they put it together and then they are able to give loan to each other. They are able to complete their small businesses, grow their businesses and what have you. So 50 of the disabled women that you see in the streets will be here on Friday. And we'll be starting this process. It is our hope that, people that will hear about this will come and want to buttress the efforts of those women. Because you know that we as a society have not empowered them to do anything. So they do not have even the funding to start. But thanks to UN Women for that support toward us that particular program that will be helping us to start this VSLA program. So as I said, this is just the introduction. Our time is out. So we want to encourage you that if you want to be a part of what we are doing, please contact us. We are located right here at Destined Kids at Simeon Hill Junction. As soon as you get at Seminole Hill Junction, just ask them for the office where the disabled people can normally come. They will show you Destiny Kids office. Even though we have our signboard at the road there, but a lot of people have been saying they don't see it. But you can just ask anybody at Seminole Hill Junction, say I'm looking for the office where the disabled people can normally go. They will bring you right our office. We're not too far from the road. And then perhaps maybe you don't have the time to visit with us at our office, but you want to inbox us. You can inbox us at decap.liberia@gmail.com. The decap is spelled D-E-K-A-P. The decap is spelled D-E-K-A-P .liberia@gmail.com, all in lower cases. If you want to contact us through telephone, you can call us at +231 777 519 251. That +231 777 519 251. Again, if you want to know what we are doing, you can visit our Facebook page at Destiny Kids Assistance Program. Destiny Kids Assistance Program, DCAP Liberia. You can visit our Facebook page and you'll see a lot of information that pertains to what we are doing here. Or you can go to our website at www.decapkids.org. DCAP again is spelled D-E-K-A-P. The kids, K-R-D-S, all join decapkids.org. We look forward to having a partnership with you for the betterment of our vulnerable segment in our society. Thank you and have a good day.
Yeah, freaking.
Okay, thank you. So I don't know what you're doing.
Hmm?
You feel that's what I don't know.